Hello, so this is Simon from Q1tum and this is our third video log. What I wanted to talk about in today's blog is the Nebosh National General Certificate, and the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because I wanted to put some slides up that we use for the actual course content. Okay, so the reason behind me wanting to show you the PowerPoint slideshow is because it gives you a little bit of an overview of the actual Nebosh course itself, which could come in handy for those that are perhaps wanting to book on the course in the future. Okay, so the slideshow that I'm going to be showing you is the Electrical Hazards and Control slideshow. Now, it refers to Element 5.1 and Element 5.2 of the Nebosh syllabus. Now, the reason why we show the slideshow, it's a bit of a reference point, to be honest with you. We have a handout that we give, which is basically it's a copy of the actual presentation, and we give that out and we allow the candidates, students, learners to make notes on the actual handout. Now, we only do it as reference, the actual PowerPoint presentation. It's not a PowerPoint presentation heavy course, but we do refer to it and we do ask group questions as we go along, so we'll move on. So we've got some basic definitions of the first part of the actual electrical section. So essentially what we'll do is we'll ask this as a group task. So if anybody's got any previous knowledge of electrical equipment, then it would stand them in good stead for the course itself. If not, then we would fill in the blanks of their knowledge. And again, moving on, some extra safety devices from an electrical point of view that perhaps people would use when they're using an electrical device. The course then moves on and it gives you some examples of the actual electrical devices that you're likely to come across on a daily basis. Okay, so this section gives some examples of photos and pictures of safety devices, and also it gives us an overview of how the electrical safety devices work to prevent people from suffering from electrical shocks and the effects of a short circuit. Now, as we are delivering this presentation, we will be asking group questions as well and getting people involved. So we'll be typically asking questions along the lines of, does anybody know how a fuse works? Can anybody tell us what an RCD is? Things like that, getting people involved as much as we can do. The key thing for us though as tutors is to make sure that the learners have taken on board the correct information. So basically what we do is we act as facilitators rather than lecturers. So we will guide the candidates towards the correct answers, and as I said earlier, we will fill in the missing knowledge that they may have. One of the things that we do when we're doing the Nebosh delivery is that after we've talked about a specific area of the Nebosh syllabus, we will put past questions up based on those parts of the actual syllabus itself. So it will give learners opportunities to familiarise themselves with some of the questions that they're likely to face during the actual exam itself. Now, the most important thing that we tell learners on the actual course is to ask as many questions as they see fit. What we don't want to happen is people just sit there in silence. It's all about them as learners on the actual course. They're there to try and get as much information out of us trainers as possible. What the course is not about, it's not about you as learners finding out what my hobbies and interests are, what I do in my spare time, where I go on holiday, what my favourite food is. Spaghetti bolognese, by the way. So it's all about the actual learner and providing them with the knowledge to be able to pass the Nebosh exam. Now, I mentioned before that we do actually put questions up based on the syllabus that we're teaching from Nebosh. And what we tend to try and do is we'll either do it as a bit of a group session, as a group as a whole, or we may split into individual groups, or we may even ask questions to individuals and get them to answer in the style that Nebosh would like them to style. But what we always do is we always provide feedback for the learners so they know where they've gone well, where there might be perhaps areas that they may need to look at for the future. Right, so that was a very, very basic overview of one of the elements of the Nebosh General Certificate, so the electricity slideshow. I know I've only shown you a few slides, but I just wanted to give you a bit of an understanding about the course itself. If you want to find out any more information about the Nebosh General Certificate or any of the other courses that we offer, then if you have a look on our website, which is Q1tum, which is Q1tum.co.uk, I'll put the link at the bottom of the screen, or if you want to give us an email, you can email us at info@q1tum.co.uk, or if you'd like to call and speak to either Jake or Claire to get some more information, you can give us a call on 0114 2180 665, and I will see you for the next blog.